Hey, what's up guys? It's Logan. I'm a professional player for Gankstars. I just wanted to take a moment to talk about how important gaming is to me, and just how important everything is to me. It keeps my mind off a lot and really keeps me focused and happy. It is truly what I want to do for the rest of my life, because it's everything to me. When I was 16 years old, my father came out that he had a gambling addiction, a very serious one, where he had gambled all of our rent money and our roommates' rent money away, and that had caused me to live with one of my best friends for 8 months, homeless. I had to live in his room. His parents had to take me in. If it weren't for them, I'd be on the streets or something. So I lived with them, and with him is where I started my roots of gaming. I had played Call of Duty on the Xbox 360. I spent all my days playing games and hanging out, and that's where I really found my love. I had gotten an Elgato, and I had started making YouTube videos and recording and playing more seriously, and that's where I grew my love for gaming. And gaming has really helped me take off a lot of stress and kind of given me an escape for reality. And so I just really wanted to share that with you guys, as I love you guys, and I love gaming, and I don't want to be underestimated or deniably unthought as, you know, someone who doesn't care, and I do. I really do. So thank you guys for taking the time to listen. Yeah.
My IGN is Gank Nazgul. I'm a pro Fortnite player from Canada for Gankstars. Gaming is very important to me. It has always helped me relieve stress, take my mind off things, and most importantly, have fun. There was one time 3 years ago, my parents were having a huge argument, and it ended on the topic of divorce. My brother and sister had to go downstairs and tell them to stop yelling. I was too scared and sad to go, but picked up my favorite story game and started playing. My mind was instantly taken away from the real world, and any anxiety I was feeling was relieved for the moment. So yeah, video games definitely comes in clutch when you want to kill time.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Pixel here from Gankstars, and I just wanted to say just how much of a positive force gaming as a whole has been for me throughout the entirety of my life, I guess you could say. Growing up, I dealt with pretty severe anxiety, and it really hindered my relationships with my friends, with other people, and even my family, because I just didn't know how to control it growing up. I was in and out of therapist offices. I had several therapists rather, all trying to basically help me cope with anxiety, and for the most part nothing was really working. The only thing that actually kind of like made things easier and that would help me cope and go about my day by day was gaming. I started gaming as early as probably 8 years old, and that was the one thing that I could actually turn to when things got super bad, or I was just super stressed out or overthinking, or just was having a really bad day because of my anxiety, that I could just literally boot up a game or play something and my mind would literally be at ease for the couple of hours that I was playing it. And had it not been for something like gaming, I don't really know how I would be able to cope to it. Even to this day, like, there still are times where my anxiety still gets to me, you know, like, nobody's perfect, and even I still struggle with it, even though I've gotten insanely better with learning how to deal with my own personal anxiety. To this day, you know, I still have bad days, and I still have days where it's still hard to cope with, and I still kind of, you know, relapse occasionally, and I still overthink like crazy, and I still worry about some of the things I would worry about as a kid. But there's one thing that I could always count on that'll help take the edge off for at least a couple hours and not make me feel so anxious and so worried and so over, I guess you could say, just stressed out, and that's gaming. I could literally play with my friends or play any single game, and for that time, that little short time period that I'm actually playing, it seems like things are okay, and I don't have to necessarily be worried about all these outside factors that I was once worried about. And had it not been for gaming and how much of a positive, just I guess, yeah, positive force it's been in my life, like, I don't really know where I'd be at today. Like, I don't really know how my anxiety would be like. I don't know how I would be like as a person, and not to mention, from this I created some of the best friendships I probably have to this day through gaming. So I really am super thankful for all that it's done for me in terms of like my own personal health, friendships I created through it, coping mechanisms, and just so much more. And honestly, like, I just love gaming, and I'm just so happy that I got so invested in it as early as I did.
Hey everyone, my name's Brandon and I play Fortnite professionally for Team Gankstars. So growing up, I always played a ton of video games with my older brother Nick, and our father was the one that got us into it originally. I never really thought that it would ever have such a huge impact on my life now. Some things that playing video games and just gaming in general has helped me with is the stress and kind of emotional relief that I've had even recently. This is my first year in college, and this is my kind of first year living alone without any other family or without any of the kids that I grew up with. I'm from a pretty small suburb from Chicago, and I kind of grew up with the same crowd. I grew up with the kids that I've been going to school with since, pre-K, kindergarten, and, we kind of grew up together. And this being my first year of college, I never experienced being away from them for so long. My family, my friends, my dogs even. And it's crazy because competing and my heart to be the best that I can is what kind of keeps me going, because there are times that I feel super lonely, and there are times that I miss my family, I miss my friends. Being away at college is a tough thing, but my distraction is that I game and I compete. I constantly attempt to get better. I try to get better. I grind, and it's helped me out an absolute ton. Just playing video games, it's helped relieve stress. It's helped me connect with my friends from around the country, because everyone's going to college and going to school in different places. It's an amazing thing, especially Fortnite adding their crossplay feature. It definitely helps me stay in contact and just stay in touch with my friends from around the world. So that's some of the things that playing video games has helped me with, and I hope you guys all support Gamers Outreach.